That thing scream. Wow.
Good afternoon. Ugh, dreary, cold, and wet.
Yes,
It's cold.
for sure.
I'm gonna zip my coat.
It's cold.
Been restricted to hoodie duty. I'm freezing.
2020.
So what do you think for a stock, basically stock? I mean, it's...
Yeah, it's just got
I
Cook's
just
headers
put the
on it.
headers on it. That's
Yeah,
it.
Cook's long two headers and
Yeah.
high flow cats into the stock exhaust, stock air box, everything's stock. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's good, strong. You know.
440.
Wow.
Yeah, you have to smooth it, but
Yeah.
Yeah. Once it smooths out.
yeah, this is our sensor
Yes.
is
A little funky.
a little funky.
Yeah.
We have a new torque sensor we're gonna put in
Sure.
pretty soon here, but we can get rid of some of these. And it's very consistent.
Even if you stay in the baseline, the midpoint of the sound wave, I mean the waves, right? The sine
Yeah,
wave.
it smooths it after. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he'll pro filter it. I can hold this for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Take your pro filter and then we'll smooth it out. That's raw data right there. That's taking 100 samples a second.
Wow.
Let's see. All right.
Holy cow.
We spun it to 75 on this one.
So blue is wheel and red is torque.
Blue is horsepower.
Oh, blue is horse. Okay. The other
Red
one.
is torque.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Okay. 70.
Horsepower at the wheel, at the rear wheel.
Yes, that's rear wheel,
Yeah.
not crank horsepower. Crank horsepower, you could typically add about 15%.
Oh, 15. Yeah.
Yep.
How high on the RPM do you go?
I pulled it right up to the rev limiter, which was 7350.
Yeah.
Now it's 78.
Okay. Thank
So
you.
you got some more
Thank
RPM
you.
to play with.
Appreciate it.
I knew you'd like that.
The
out
last
on the road
turn.
course.
Yeah, the last turn at pit.
Yeah.
Okay. When I get into the straight, I was revving out and it was like, oh, come on. You know, and it's not where I wanted to shift.
Yeah.
You know.
Your speed limiter was 155 too.
Oh, was it? Good to
Yeah.
know. Thank
So
you. I
that's
didn't know that.
That's 185 now.
Okay. Thank you.
So that's out of the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, no more of that.
There you go.
Better.
440 rear wheel horsepower.
Boy, that's
me take
impressive.
that
for me.
back, I know.
That's all I need. Thank you very much.
439.5 to be exact. 413 pounds of torque, but big flat torque curve, you know, which
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
which these things are great for that. You know,
Yeah.
with the variable cams, they can do that.
They can do that. Yeah.
You know, the old engines, you know, you had started out with low torque,
Low
and you
torque.
built torque, and then it would fall off. Now
Yes.
with the variable cams, they can bring it in real early and they can carry it
Yeah,
real
carry
far.
it. Just carry it along.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great looking graph. I mean,
Yeah.
for stock, you know.
It's
the
just a
setup,
set of
for
headers.
What it is,
so,
just a set of headers. That's all.
yeah.
And we'll talk in the days ahead and months ahead about
Yeah.
what do I want to do. I'm not looking for 7. I don't need that on
No,
there.
but we can.
I can't use it all.
We
Not
can
even
do
at
a
Road
lot.
America.
Yeah.
I'd be afraid going into after the straight.
Yeah, so we can do a better air intake system. It'll get a little bit more.
They say also
Volume.
that you can maybe build some horsepower with a cleaner intake, where they polish the intake. I don't know if that's viable though. I'm a little skeptical.
You're talking about crumbs.
Yeah,
there's-
it's not really worth the effort.
Yeah, there's a process called. Oh boy, I can't remember the name of it now. Where they push an abrasive mud
Okay. Yeah.
through the intake ports.
Yes.
And, you know, and exhaust
Yeah,
ports.
just to
They do
smoothen
all,
it out
yeah,
or something
Yeah.
for better flow.
Yeah, they hydraulically push the abrasive material through the ports, and I'm sure there's probably something there, but you know, in years past when the manifolds were really bad, that was a great way to make them good.
Okay.
But the manifolds have gotten so good now. It's hard to improve.
It's
Variable
really hard. Yeah,
runners
they've
in
done
these
so
You
much.
manifolds.
think about this. This is a 5-liter engine.
I know.
If you're 440 at the rear wheels, okay, you got another 15%, 15, 30, 60,
60,
you know, about
60,
70 horsepower.
Yeah.
60,
60,
70
70
horsepower.
70 horsepower, 70,
Yeah.
15%.
You're over 500 crank horsepower.
That's wild.
You know?
I mean, for a factory, stock. But I really
And
love
it's
the
not
PP2.
a big engine.
No, it's not.
little-
It's not a 5.2. It's a 5.0.
100 horsepower per liter for something naturally aspirated. As far
Yeah.
as I know, that's pretty good.
Yeah, I'm pleased with how this car tracks and the calibration they have for the suspension and all. I mean, I'm really happy with it.
Let's see what that works out to.
And I haven't even run the Sport Cup 2s because I got those on Apex wheels.
These are 302 cubic inch?
Yes. Yes.
So if you're,
Whatever number you want to throw in there.
well, if we used 500
Yep.
divided by 302, it's 1.65 horsepower per inch. That's like, that's star power, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
You know, when you're
yeah.
building an engine, that's what you're looking for.
Yeah.
You know, like my small block in my car is like 2 horsepower per inch, a little over. I think it's like 2.1.
Yeah.
You know, but that's a radical.
It's a wicked
It's
radical.
a 15-to-1
Yeah, geez, you're running 15-to-1 compression?
titanium connecting rods.
Wow.
And, you know,
No,
crazy,
for
crazy cylinder
a
heads
street
and-
version,
For production motor.
Now, the thing that got me here, besides Dale,
Mm-hmm.
was the fact that it's due now for its first emissions,
Right.
and I didn't talk to Teddy. I don't know what. I don't know if I have to take the headers off and put the factory exhaust back in to pass, but I'll deal with it.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah,
my
that's-
issue.
The Fords are tough. They're
Yeah.
very, very
Yes, they are.
particular.
Yep.
These green cats are really well done by cooks.
I did enough. I thought I did enough research to, be confident that I should make that,
Yeah.
move. I was sold on the cooks. I like, just from my other days. I mean, when I was a drag racer as a kid, everything I had was Hooker, super, and same thing with my shifters. Every Mustang I had, the first thing to go was the factory shifter. And then came, my first Hookers were 1970, summer of 70, on a 67 289 C code, which is just a 2-barrel 3-speed car. I had to pull the engine to put the headers in,
I apologize for the interruption. I had something.
Oh, no
I'm
worries.
always multitasking.
No, I know you are. I
got other
sat
things
in a
going
chair.
on as well. Yeah.
You have a great crew here, by
Thank
the way,
you.
Ted.
We
I'm
appreciate it.
serious.
Yeah.
Really wonderful people.
I'm very blessed
Yeah.
to have the team that I have.
Yes.
I've got great people, but I try to build them up,
Yes.
not break them down.
No, that's for
You know,
certain.
so-
I see that in just in a few hours sitting
Yeah.
there, and you have a great operation here. I'm
you.
very impressed with
A lot of hard work.
and,
It was a big dream when I was 16 years old. Thinking about I want to go into business for myself. I didn't know.
particularly.
I didn't particularly know what that meant.
Yeah.
Until I worked in the dealer route. Right out of high school, I went to Porter and Chester Institute.
Yep.
And that was, I learned a lot, but I also was kind of way ahead of the curve.
Yes.
Their program is meant for beginners,
Sure.
and I was more advanced.
Oh, sure. Sure.
But I graduated with honors there, and I'm proud that I went there.
Yeah, and you stuck.
And then
You
right
stuck
out
to
of
your
there,
knitting. I mean,
right out of there, I went to Blazey Chevrolet, and I got hired as a line mechanic. Of
Yep.
course, I started out as an apprentice. Well, not an apprentice, but what they call a greenhorn or whatever.
Sure. Yeah.
And then I went to all the GM schooling, and
Yeah. Makes it.
I learned fuel injection. Fuel injection had just started hitting the cars.
See, and that's when I left the industry.
Yeah.
I left when fuel injection came.
Yeah. 1983.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, they had the little 2-barrel fuel injection on the 4 cylinders and the
Yeah.
Citations.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about an ugly car.
I mean, for me,
I've never even heard of it.
I was doing dual point distributors and Shelby's and whatever it took, and took care of a lot of cars in the Bristol area. And then I got involved in drag racing, and that got me into Top Fuel ultimately.
really?
I didn't drive, but I crewed for
Wow.
Ray Goodrich,
That's awesome.
New Englander.
Yeah.
So now
I remember that car.
I got my training and tutelage on magnetos,
Yeah.
and what you need to do, and
I've worked with
then
'em.
fuel combinations with fire up with methanol and figure out your nitro meth. Yeah.
Do you know about this?
No, I do not know about this. What is this deal?
This is the dyno plug.
Okay.
So if you want to go do donuts in a parking lot, you just unplug this.
Oh, okay. Good to know. Good to know.
Just in case,
hook,
you know.
Hook it back up for now. I got to behave. You know.
We're going to hook it back up. But we have to unplug it for the dyno.
Sure.
So
Understood.
that it disables all of the traction control and ABS system
Yes,
and
everything.
everything else.
Yep.
So I can dyno the car without any interference
Yes.
and get real
Yes.
numbers, you know, because otherwise the systems are constantly interfering.
Sure.
Even if you turn the traction control button off in the car, it
Car gets real mad
it
about it.
still freaks out.
Oh, yeah.
freaks
It'll
out on you.
it'll re-enable and stuff like
Okay.
that. So
Yeah.
Ford was kind enough to do that. I
That's
wish
smart
I wish
that
everybody
they have
did
a
that.
disconnect like that. Just
You know, the Chryslers, we have to go pull fuses in the
oh
fuse box.
man, wow.
The GM cars are no problem. You just push and hold the traction control button for 8 seconds and
Wow.
it shuts everything off.
Amazing.
So, but I gotta just put the final
Yeah,
calibration
I'll let you
in.
do your thing, and you have the original, and you keep the files, right?
Yes.
You keep good.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I can email them to you.
And this
too.
is all HP.
tuners,
Yeah.
You have
Really
your
good
own
stuff.
device.
Yeah.
Your device is licensed to this car.
Yes. Yes.
So you have lifetime access
Yes.
to your
Perfect.
computer.
Perfect.
Keep that with the car. Don't
Yep.
take it out of the car.
No. No.
And it,
No.
like I
Anything
said,
to do with this car, I go to you and only you.
Appreciate that.
Period.
That's awesome.
No question about that.
Yeah, we appreciate that a lot.
No question about
That
that.
means a lot to everybody here. you know?
Well,
that confidence that we built. You know, we built a relationship.
No,
and
just-
you understand.
the simple few minutes here you spent with me, I really appreciate
Yeah.
this.
Well, I try to do it with
Because,
everybody.
you know, I've been a car guy my whole life, and I've done all kinds of crazy things, stupid things, good things, and I'm still gonna wrench till I can't figure out where my lift is in the house. So, you know, and then I'll forget where the shop is with all my other cars. You know?
Boy, don't do that.
Yeah, I don't want to do that. So yeah, I'll leave you be. I'll go back inside. I probably will need somebody just to guide me in.
No problem.
Yeah,
You
on
know,
the trailer,
and after
absolutely.
that,
Happy to help
I'm
you out.
solid.
Good deal.
I'm pretty much a lone maverick.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Really
it.
appreciate it
Yes.
so much.
All right.
This is great.
Good deal.
Yep. More to come.
Back to it, guys.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you.
Be sure and leave us a comment.
Thank you guys for watching. Stay tuned.